Hi, I'm Quixie and I'm here with a video reviewing my business plan. This is what the last version of my plan looks like. So how did it go? No, well, just so you know, it's going to be kinda depressing. But we're getting out of this one way or another. Here are some doodles to make things happier. Let's review point by point. Practice discipline. This is what I was supposed to work on. Did I beat my phone addiction? No. And I realized it's not phone addiction, it's content addiction. Sometimes it was better, but these past 3 months, November, December, and January were disastrous. I was supposed to use it not more than 4 hours. I spent on average between 5 and 8 hours per day consuming content of the not very productive variety. To be fair, I got back into audiobooks and podcasts, so half the time I was just hearing stuff while doing other things. The problem is that I started to need something playing, and I ended up spending up to, and I wish I was exaggerating, 30 minutes just searching for something to hear. Obviously, not good. Did I follow the plan to get out of bed by 7:30? No. The plan was to put my phone out of reach so that in the morning I couldn't hit the snooze button and actually get up. I did it once. About a week ago, I decided that I wanted to do a dopamine detox for a week to get over this content addiction. I'll make a video about it, and as a little spoiler, the first day was amazing. I actually put my phone out of reach and got up at 7:30. I was instantly more productive. I didn't procrastinate my tasks, and I felt really good, really proud of myself. I did cheat though. I watched a couple of videos by the end of the day, but I had already finished everything I have to do. And that's what my ideal self looks like. But the next day, I didn't let my phone out of reach. I overslept, and then I used my phone. A lot less than usual, but a lot more than I was supposed to, which is 0, and a lot more than the day before. So I was seeing a trend. And the third day, I just gave up. So no, I didn't make getting out of bed by 7:30 a habit. Did I use the destined time to draw? At first I did, but now I don't. Since I wake up so late, I don't have as much free time. And the free time I have, I use it to consume useless content or just to work on videos. Did I work on videos? Yes. And I decided that I work better on Wednesdays and Thursdays because I have more uninterrupted time to get in the zone. One thing to note is that even though I worked on videos most of the week, I couldn't get them out as fast as everyone else. So that's something I'll be researching about. Next is skills and if I work on them to improve them. Art, I improved next to nothing. The things that I learned came as a surprise each time. Thanks to the Drawtober, I got over my perfectionism. I draw sketches faster and somehow I can render dresses and bags. And this one study I did over this whole time, I remember very little of it. Money management, good for the most part, but I ended up overspending on November and December. January was also tight and so very long.
That's what he said.
Video editing, really good. I'm editing faster and learn new tricks like this transition. Ooh! And this thing, what? Since I'm getting more comfortable talking in English and to my phone, the audio editing is taking a lot less. So even though I'm not as fast as the rest, I'm improving and that's the important thing. And finally, building a community. Did I post every 28th? No, I still have to find a faster way to make videos. I feel like the things that take me the most are coming up with the video idea and actually sitting down and drawing stuff. I said that I would prioritize quality over quantity, but I never know if the video I'm making is of decent quality or not, so I don't really know how to rate this. I didn't post more shorts and I didn't use my community posts. Things are not looking good, are they? I'm not feeling very well right now, but we have to fix this because at this rate there's no way in hell I'll be getting my dream life. The good and bad thing is that the only reason I'm moving at a snail's pace is because of me, not outside circumstances that I can't control. But since it's me, and I'm not the more disciplined being ever, things get a little bit tricky. I spent some time thinking how to actually make myself put my life together. I watched some videos on productivity that hopefully led me to the answers that I was looking for. You know I have fish brain and forget things very easily. So this time I'll be writing my goals and objectives on a notebook that my friend gave me years ago. Look at it. It's so pretty and I really wanted to use it but I didn't know what for. Its time has finally come. And each morning I'll read those goals and write 3 things that I'll be doing that day to achieve them. Another issue is that I wanted to change too many things at once. I'm here and I wanted to be here right away. So I'll be making a list of the things that I want to change and pick the 3 things that will have the biggest impact and work on them these first 3 months. I'll focus my attention and effort to just those 3. And then, if I have total control of them, I'll pick the next 3, work on them for 3 months, and so on. I don't know if 3 goals are still too many, so I'll change the quantity if I get overwhelmed. These are the things I want to address the most. My content addiction, get out of bed by 7:30, improving my art skills consistently, work on videos consistently, and post a video per month. Beat my content addiction, get out of bed by 7:30, and improve my art skills are the 3 things that I need to fix as fast as possible. My content addiction is my biggest weight. Once I get that under control, I'll have a lot more time to work with. So starting at this very moment, as I'm writing this line of the script, I'm starting the dopamine detox. No videos, no music, no webcomics, no fanfics, no podcasts, nothing that give me instant gratification. I will use YouTube to learn stuff as I study, but nothing more nor outside of that time frame. Because that's how things escalate and I end up spending 2 hours glued to my phone. To get out of bed by 7:30, I'll actually follow the plan that I had of leaving the phone out of reach and my toothbrush next to it. I may try and follow 3 dances for the fitness marshal and then go immediately to the shower. I end up tired and sweaty, but pumped up and energized for the day. And finally, improving my art skills consistently. I work fueled by motivation, sadly. One day I'll be disciplined enough, but I know I'm not at that level yet. So we'll work around that by starting drawing the thing that I'm most excited for, animals. Recently I went through an existential art crisis. I looked at my art and thought that my art wouldn't be sellable. If I put this in a product, nobody will buy it. I will die either by food starvation or by fulfillment starvation. I will have to work on something I don't like till the day I die. And after days and nights of deliberation, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. This type of art is not the only thing I love to draw. I want to draw animals. I want to draw landscapes, streets, food, and botanical stuff. I just don't draw them because I don't know how to, so I don't like how they ended up looking, and then I feel discouraged. And if I don't only draw anime boys and girls, there's no problem. I will be happy either way. I don't know if you've ever felt this kind of liberation, but it feels really good. I cry very easily, so this makes me choke a little bit. But I also want to learn watercolors. I've wanted since high school, but never came around to actually learn it. Also, this crisis that led me to this revelation that I'm incredibly thankful for came to existence because, due to life being life, now I will need to start making products as soon as I can. I don't feel like my art is good enough to sell yet, so I'll give myself to about the middle of the year to learn and relearn every art skill I can. I will keep improving though, that's a forever thing. After that, I'll have to start making stuff. Also, now I can sell physical products like I wanted to, because I discovered that you can link print-on-demand websites to Etsy. The shipping price will be way lower than if I send it, and I won't have to hold inventory space that I don't have. That open up so many doors. So, what's the art study plan? Let's figure out the times first. I want to learn all these concepts, but since I have a time limit of about 5 months to level up my art before my first launch, I have to prioritize stuff. Before, I wanted to dedicate Wednesdays and Thursdays to videos, but since developing my art comes first, I'll work on videos just on Thursdays. I know I can definitely dedicate at least 1 hour to study 3 times a week. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, I can study for at least 3 hours. That will be 9 hours per week, and I'll give myself 2 weeks to learn each subject. The first thing I learned is how to use the watercolor brushes. This was my first attempt. Rejoiced! Since this is the first thing I'll be learning, I'll keep improving the watercolor skill throughout this whole training spree. The next thing I'll have to learn is how to study art properly, because all I know to do is copy. That is the extent of my art study skills. And after a quick search, the most important skill is observation. So that will be 2 weeks. Then I'll go over the fundamentals, because if the base is weak, then the rest won't be as good as it could be. The fundamentals are perspective construction, gesture drawing, anatomy, color and light theory, composition, and design. Thanks again, Mr. Brunet. Since they're a lot, but I won't require 2 weeks for each, I'll give this one 6 weeks. Again, since animals are the first thing I want to learn to draw, I'll be using them to practice the fundamentals. Next on the list is, again and again, animals. Here I'll learn to draw them in more detail. Next, I'll search how to make backgrounds. First, simple ones to avoid having my drawings floating in a white abyss. Then some more complicated that could be used for products like desktop backgrounds, or phone backgrounds, or mouse pads, or pillow covers and stuff like that. Once that's done, I'll learn botanical stuff because I love plants and I'd love to draw them. This is my dream house. Next is clothes and accessories. I would like to put them on the animals. I know it makes it sound like I'll be drawing furries. I won't, I'll just be drawing a cat with a jacket and crooked eyeglasses. Afterwards, I'll start with landscapes, then foods, then right before lunch, design once again, to learn in more detail. I actually went to university to study this. I believe this was the only way to live from my art, because there's no way I could live from my art alone, but it was a damn lie. And because I was looking for illustration, I didn't really like design. That was 11 years ago, so you might understand that I don't remember anything. I wish I had paid more attention, but at the time I didn't have the actual need for these skills, so relearning everything it is. After that, we'll have 3 weeks to make 10 products, make listings, and make the shop. I do not know if that time is enough, but we'll make it work. When all that is done, I'll keep learning to draw stuff. I'll restart with streets, then buildings, and finally go back to human anatomy because I'm clearly lacking in the face department. Here are the goals and objectives written down on the notebook, and this is how the 3 things I'll be doing per day looks like. I didn't want to make it really fancy like an artsy bullet journal. They are incredibly beautiful, but so hard to maintain that I ended up just decoring and not using it. And that's about it. At the end of each subject, I could post a short with what I've learned and maybe make community posts or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be putting out videos. Maybe I will, but they will be quick ones because making videos is not in my priorities at this moment. Well, see you around. Bye! Hi, Editing Quixie here. I just realized that I completely left out the business part of this small art business. I already made some research on the tax stuff. Now I have to actually create a company or I'll be committing tax fraud, and we don't want that. I also have to learn marketing and accountancy. I'll be learning all this stuff alongside of the rest of the art skills. Weirdly enough, I also like this part of running a business. I thank God or the universe for that because I know some people hate it. I don't want to overwhelm myself, so I have to keep in mind that all of this has to be learned in a long period of time. I don't have to learn everything right now. Bye again, for real this time.